He says the solution is to ban guns. They tried that in France, which has among the toughest gun laws anywhere in the world, and 130 people were brutally murdered by Islamic terrorists in cold blood. Her plan is to disarm law-abiding Americans, abolishing the Second Amendment, and leaving only the bad guys and terrorists with guns.
Donald Trump is criticizing Hillary Clinton for suggesting the solution to stopping terrorist attacks is more gun control. He also said President Obama should resign. He mentioned that in a tweet. Here it is. Is President Obama going to finally mention the words radical Islamic terrorism? If he doesn't, he should immediately resign in disgrace. My next guest gained political fame during the 2008 presidential campaign. He grilled then-Senator Obama on his plans to raise taxes on small businesses. With me now, Joseph Wurzelbacher, as he is better known, Joe the Plumber. Joe, welcome. We're glad to have you. So you have endorsed Donald Trump, and aside from the business reasons, what other reasons?
Donald Trump is able to then tap into the fear that is very real, especially in light of what happened Sunday morning at 2 a.m., is that people do not feel safe in America, because of radical Islam, because of actually just Islam itself. A lot of people will have that fear. They believe Barack Obama has not led us in a direction that keeps America safe. And so Trump has tapped into that, not by fear-mongering, but essentially by putting the facts out there about what Barack Obama has and has not done, and what Hillary Clinton plans on doing is essentially following the same platform of do nothing Congress, do nothing President. Don't really talk about the threat that is, happening right now. I mean, so, you got 50 people. Oh, go ahead.
No, I didn't want to cut you off at all, Joe. It's just when you said do nothing Congress, I was thinking, what about do nothing coworkers? As Judge Andrew Napolitano just told me, this person was flagged as a threat in the workplace at one of the biggest physical security companies in the world. And the employer, the boss, apparently was afraid to say something because he didn't want a kind of PC backlash.
Well, exactly. And that's a very real threat. A lot of people are afraid to speak their mind anymore. And again, that's something that Donald Trump has been able to go out there, and he speaks his mind regardless of the consequences or what the media, media lives on sound bites. So they take the first couple words and they plaster that everywhere. Donald Trump doesn't care. And a lot of people are starting to get that. It's not just a sound bite. When a lot of people talk about he wants to ban Muslims from the country, no, he wants to put a pause on it. That way the FBI, and they're doing a good job, but they could do a better job if they were given more time to really vet out the people that are coming in here. But Barack Obama wants to bring them in at a rate that really would tax the FBI's resources. Therefore, we really need to pause a little bit, make America safe again. And that's not being bigot, it's not being a racist, it's just trying to keep the American people here that live and breathe and pay taxes safe. And that's what the federal government's job is to do, and Barack Obama is not doing it. He's failed miserably.
And obviously, the FBI's bar of success is much higher because they literally have to find the needle in the haystack.
Exactly.
Joe, we thank you so much for the time. Joe Wurzelbacher.
Oh, hey, just one more thing.
Yeah, of course.
Well, what I was going to say, as far as going for Trump and endorsing him, this is something where homosexuals should be out here, gays for Trump. Hillary Clinton, uses them and gives them lip service. Donald Trump wants to make sure everybody gets protected, and so we should start seeing social media light up gays for Trump because
we actually just had on a guest, Joe, exactly to your point, who was saying he very much is for Donald Trump because these radical branches hate gays, obviously to the point where, at least in one sad case, willing to kill. Joe, thank you. I'm glad you made that last point. We're happy you're here. Joe Wurzelbacher with me there, otherwise known as Joe the Plumber.